What's going on, guys? It's Frager here again, and today, as you have probably already guessed, we are building up the map Kafe from Rainbow Six Siege in Minecraft. But before we get into that, I can see in my analytics that around 65% of you watching this video right now are not actually subscribed to me. So if you are part of that 65%, then do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below with notifications turned on so that you can be notified exactly when I upload. And if you guys want to interact with me outside of YouTube, then do not forget to join my Discord server linked down in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter, also linked down in the description. But anyway, let's get right into this build. So as always, we are starting out with the planning, and it took me a couple of tries to get this main cafe building planned out exactly how I wanted it, but in the end I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Now moving on to planning out these spawns, I did want to include a lot of the surrounding buildings because I feel like that is a critical part to a lot of these spawns. And honestly, with World Edit, building up these surrounding buildings does not add a whole lot of extra time to the overall build of this map. Now moving on to the building, we are going to be starting at the main entrance of the first floor here, and honestly this first level turned out the best out of all of them, and I am particularly happy with how the kitchen area turned out. Now I did struggle with some of the dimensions that were originally laid out on this first level, so because of that the front of the cafe building is kind of off, but considering that the final product looks perfectly fine. Now moving on to the second floor, this one I did struggle with a little bit more than the first floor, particularly with the train room, because honestly in Minecraft it was impossible for me to recreate these train cars and make it so you could go inside of them while also keeping the same color scheme. So I just ended up going with a couple of blobs of concrete to represent the train cars, but in the end this floor turned out pretty good. Now moving on to the third and final floor of this building, this one I struggled with the most, and I honestly am not exactly sure why. I think I got a lot of the planning wrong in the early steps, so it didn't really affect the first two floors a whole lot, but then once I got to the third floor, it affected it a lot more than I expected. But on the third floor, I think this bar area turned out really good, and honestly I think it may be the best room in this entire building. Now moving on to these spawns, we are starting out at this river spawn here, and this spawn honestly was really not that difficult to do. There's not a whole lot going on, it's just a dock and some staircases, so this one went by pretty quickly. Now moving on to the Christmas market spawn, this one was not super difficult, but there are a lot of buildings here, so it did take quite a bit of time. And now for the third and final spawn, which is the park spawn. This one was the most difficult spawn to do, and I'm not super happy with how it turned out. I think part of it is that I was at the end of building up this map and I just wanted to get it over with. So in the end, I was not super happy with it. But anyway, all that's left to do are some finishing details, and now it's time to see the results. Alright guys, there it is. There is the map Kafe from Rainbow Six Siege built up in Minecraft. As always, if you did enjoy this video, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And if you guys have any suggestions for maps you want to see me build in the future, then do not forget to leave a comment. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go, so I'll see you guys next time.